friends, it's nice to meet all of you who are new to the Ellison Parks, and I am so excited to see all of you back again who I knew from last year. Thank you so much for watching. So, what I'm going to do in this video is just give you a sneak peek, which is another way of saying a preview, which is another way of saying that I'm going to show you all the books and materials we are going to use for the next 16 weeks. That's a 1 plus a 6. So 16 weeks of lessons and goodies that we are going to use. We are going to start off when I see you on Thursday or Friday for your Zoom meeting with Harold and the Purple Crayon. And that book looks like this. And if you have your bag of goodies by that time, you will also have your magic purple crayon. Oh, and that reminds me, you are going to be getting a nice big bag. It's a grocery bag. It's going to look something like this. And it is going to be full of things for you to use during cool schools. So that was book number 1. After we read Harold and the Purple Crayon, we are going to move on to a book called The Dot. Remember, we're not doing this all in 1 week. When we do the dot, we're gonna make things that look like this. After the dot, we're gonna move on to Beautiful Oops, which is one of my absolute all-time favorite books. I'll show you what it has on the first page. It has a big rip in it. And so that's why it starts off with oops, but I'm not going to tell you any more than that. After we do Beautiful Oops in week 3, we will move on to a book where you get to use some googly eyes. And I turned the googly eyes into stickers so that we'll be able to stick them on. The book looks like this. I'm not just a scribble. This is also a really good time for me to mention that in your big bag of goodies and supplies, you are not allowed to use the supplies until the right time. So some of the bags will have numbers on them, and that will tell you when you can use them. But like, don't take out your special googly eye stickers until we get to the right lesson. After we do I'm Not Just a Scribble, we're gonna move on to Dog's Colorful Day. This is about a dog, of course, and all the colors he runs into during his day. After that, there is a book that kids really like called The Happy Little Yellow Box. And in this book, all the pictures are on black with white writing. So for this book, I have given you in your bag of goodies a special white crayon, and for this you're going to use a nice big piece of black paper, which is also in your bag. The other thing that comes with this book is your very own sticker of a happy little yellow box, but again, can't use it until we get to the book. And the happy little yellow box actually has a friend who is a happy shiny blue circle. And so in the same bag as the yellow square, there is a blue circle that we will use when we get to the shiny blue circle. And this is going to be a book where we also use black and the special white crayon that I gave you in the bag. Moving on from the happy circle and the happy blue, the happy yellow square and the happy yellow blue circle. Ooh, I'm getting my shapes and colors mixed up. We're moving on to a book called Lots of Dots. And in Lots of Dots, I have for you some dots stickers. And so there's a whole package of stickers in your bag that you're gonna use when we get to Lots of Dots. And this is the inside cover of Lots of Dots. I think that's a really exciting inside cover. Kind of wish I had wallpaper like that sometimes. After that, we'll move on to the squiggle. And this is about a little girl who has an amazing imagination, and she has a red squiggle that will take us all over the place in her imagination. The perfect square, next on the list, and I have some of the papers sticking up. It's called the perfect square, and it's got all of these nice colors of squares that we are going to chop and cut and rip and shred and do all sorts of things to make something new. Oh, my tile's getting pretty big here. After that, we're gonna move on to Friend Shape. And I know that this might be a book that some of you might see in your classroom, and we're gonna use it too. It's such a great book, and there are shapes in your bags that we will use for Friend Shape. Aside from all of the books that we are going to see, and aside means along with, here are some of the other materials that are in your bag. There is a glue stick that we're going to use for lots of our projects. There is a bag of nice big paint sticks. The paint sticks say on them window crayons. Don't write on your windows with them. It will come off, but don't do that. You won't make any of the adults happy. All right? And even though they say window crayons, we are going to use them on paper. In fact, there is a big piece of paper in your bag. I don't even know if this is going to fit on screen here. I'm going to have to back this up. You're going to get a huge piece of paper, which we are going to use one of these weeks. And that huge piece of paper is going to be a lot of fun to draw on. There are some strips of paper. You're going to actually get more of these for a lesson we do without a book. And there is a bundle of pipe cleaners and squiggly things that we are going to use for something called a sculpture. A sculpture is a piece of art that we make that isn't flat. So those are in your bag, but don't use them until the right week. There is a piece of mirror in your bag. There's a piece of mirror in your bag, and it bends and shows all kinds of interesting stuff here. We're going to use this one of those weeks. And lastly, another exciting thing that's going to be in your bag is some modeling clay. Yours is not going to be in the package. I am going to make small pieces so that there's enough for everybody, and you will get a little plastic bag with the modeling clay in it, and you can even write your name on the bag. And if you keep it in that bag, you'll be able to save it and use it again and again and again. That was a lot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 books, I think, that we're going to use over the next 16 weeks. And we have glue and paint sticks and chenille stems, which are these things, and coils and modeling clay and mirrors, and we are going to have so much fun. I wish that I could be in school with you, but hopefully I get to see you in person someday, and at least we get to see each other on Zoom on either Thursday or Friday, depending on your day. So until I see you, it is so nice to meet you. My name is Miss Jody, and I hope you have a great day.